This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus and choke. I'm on a mission, won't hang by your rope, so seeing the vision won't follow the trope. Common in mind, I could raise my power level. People sleeping on me, now they woke.
Let's check this story out.
Smith family in Baltimore, Maryland. On November 30th, 2018, the Smith family in Baltimore, Maryland were having a night out. Valeria Smith was with her father, Keith, and her stepmother, Jacqueline, belatedly celebrating her 28th birthday. At the American Legion Hall, they ate, drank, danced, and took photos. When the family exited the Legion just before midnight, no one would have predicted that the night was about to turn deadly.
Pause.
A few blocks from Valeria's home, Keith slowed the car to a stop. Jacqueline wished to offer money to a new mother who was out on the street, carrying a small bundle in her arms, as well as a sign that read, "Please help me feed my baby." As Keith would later tragically recount, stopping to help the woman in need would prove to be Jacqueline Smith's fatal mistake. Both he and his daughter had a message for the city of Baltimore. Be careful who you, as things are not always as they seem.
Trying to identify the woman who was out there asking for money.
Homicide detectives had met with Keith and Valeria on the night of the murder at Johns Hopkins and had taken their initial statements. Then they drove straight out to the 1000 block of Valley Street to secure the crime scene. 3 detectives arrived within a few hours of the incident, yet they were unable to find any indications of the stabbing at the location where it had taken place. The next morning, at just past 10 a.m., Detective Beauregard, Singer, and Santos tried again, this time in the light of day. They began to conduct a canvass of the neighborhood. After walking the streets, searching the surrounding area, and speaking with local residents, they found nothing of evidentiary value. The team was unable to independently verify where the Smiths' Audi had stopped for the panhandlers. They could not locate any witnesses. The murder weapon, a knife, was not found. What did become apparent to the team of experienced detectives was that the 1000 block of Valley Street was not a well-traveled nor a very well-populated area. This was not an area panhandlers would typically be found. The survey of the neighborhood concluded that most of the houses on the 1000 block were vacant.
Nobody's really panhandling right there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Keith and Jacqueline's 2012 Audi A7, driven by Keith that night, was brought to police headquarters directly from the hospital for processing. Latent prints were recovered from the exterior of the vehicle on the passenger side. But these were determined to be those of Keith Smith. No other prints were identified. A pair of black gloves were resting on the top of the center console, and a second set of yellow rubber gloves were retrieved from the back seat. An acrylic fingernail had broken off in the seat as well. It appeared to match those worn by Valeria Smith. There was no unidentified DNA or fingerprints in the vehicle that could assist law enforcement in tracking down the unknown panhandler murderers. Investigators were still seeking to corroborate the details.
There you go, right here.
And left the state. Keith must have at least suspected that he was being watched. He attempted to dodge a wiretap on his phone in a few ways, by changing his number, changing his phone provider, and shipping a new cell phone to his daughter. But law enforcement was still listening in. In February 2019, Keith attempted to book 2 flights out of the country, one to Canada and a second to Cuba. These attempts failed, however, because he did not hold a US passport. Keith eventually deduced that he could fly to the US Virgin Islands by providing only a driver's license. While placing these calls, his search engine was locating information on how one might travel to Mexico without formally going through a border crossing. On March 1st, Keith rented a car in Texas. This move prompted an immediate response by police in Baltimore. An arrest warrant was issued for Keith and his daughter 2 days later. The warrant stated that at the time of writing, 11:15 a.m. on March 3rd, both suspects were 20 minutes from the Mexican border in an obvious attempt to flee prosecution for first-degree murder.
Let's be realistic. We would all love to take a vacation to Mexico.
We're gonna have you back soon,
you get
bro.
a chance to go to Mexico, you say yes. Your dad
Very
says,
soon.
hey, you know what? Let's head on down to Mexico. Let's take a little family vacation, some R&R. I don't see there being any criminal element to that.
Mr. Smith is always innocent until proven guilty, and I haven't seen anything yet that proves him guilty.
Keith and Valeria Smith were arrested by Texas law enforcement later on the same day.
By the way, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Really appreciate y'all. So we just wanted everything to play, and then so we can give do our commentary.
Day that the warrant was issued.
In the course of our investigation, we developed evidence that Mr. Smith was leaving Maryland, so we made the appropriate national notifications, and the Texas State Police arrested him this morning.
We pursued the evidence from the very beginning, and these detectives were very tenacious. They were very thorough and dedicated.
These individuals took advantage of a situation, a city that is already dealing with its own problems. So we're looking forward to this cruel act being brought to justice.
The arrest warrant did not outline how investigators believed the father and daughter had committed the murder. It outlined the many lies and deceptions fed to detectives throughout the murder investigation, as well as their failure to turn up any other suspects. But that was not all. It seems that the panhandler ruse was not the first plan proposed by Keith Smith to murder his wife.
Damn it.
Investigators learned through a friend of Keith's brother, Vic, that Keith had previously asked for help getting rid of his wife.
God damn.
According to his brother, in the months leading up to her death, Jacqueline had spoken to Keith about wanting a divorce. According to Vic, this was not the desired outcome for Keith. It seems he preferred instead to make a claim on her life insurance policy, on which he remained the beneficiary. Keith did exactly that. Only 2 days after her murder, he arrived at Jacqueline's work, requesting the paperwork to make the claim. Law enforcement, already deeply suspicious of his story, told the insurer to hold off on the payment. This left Jacqueline's 2 sons time to fight for her estate in probate court. It also meant that Keith was very short on cash. As he schemed a means of escape, he was forced to apply for a cash advance on his American Express.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
It was declined.
Oh, not a clone. You couldn't even get a cash advance.
Damn. That's 2 days later. He trying to get some money 2 days later.
Bruh, exactly,
Right.
bro.
You didn't even think that one through.
Come on, Captain Obvious. Like, seriously.
Damn, 2 days later, bro.
Oh my God. And
Like,
then
how obvious can you make something?
You know, right? He probably didn't even go in there on the morning, like on a sad like vibe or anything. He probably went in that bitch like demanding the paperwork. Bro,
Yeah.
your wife just died, bro.
He's
Like,
broke. Shit.
That's crazy.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, buddy. Like I said, I'm glad these people get caught. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want them roaming around doing other stuff or whatever. But yeah,
Exactly.
buddy tripped out, dog. The 2 days later, I
2
think
days
that was
later,
a red.
bro.
That set up the red
Not
flags
even
for
a
everybody.
month. 2 days later. Damn, bro.
He didn't have a plan.
The news that the
Yeah, no
panhandler
plan.
murder had...
Go ahead, Mouse.
No, I said he didn't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Because if you like 2 days later, this is getting that money as a part of your plan, and you don't have no other way to get yourself from around. Like you ain't think that through, boy.
Exactly. Just make it. Make it. I don't know, man. You ain't trying to give motherfuckers ideas, but goddamn,
I know
bro.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just
Damn.
had all been a hoax was not a surprise to everyone. In particular, Jacqueline's mother, who still lived in Rhode Island, told the shocked news media that she had always believed that Keith's story was nonsense.
I knew it was phony. I didn't believe her husband at all. I knew something else happened. Why would he stay in the area with her in the car after the man pulled the chain from her neck, as he claims? It was too phony.
The Trevane family reported that they were never close with Keith Smith. Because of this, it is unclear if they were aware of his criminal past. 20 years earlier, Keith had committed armed robbery 3 times at the same bank. In December 1999, Keith had lost his job with FedEx because of a loss of points
Stop me right there. That's a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah,
bro. How you gonna commit 3 armed robbery in the same place?
No, hold up. So he got away with it?
He got
Any
away
one of them
with it.
times? Or you didn't get away with it? Neither one of them times.
No, the third time he got they catch him the third time.
That third time they got him.
Damn, what a dumb.
So he got away.
He
got
had
away
to
the first
initially.
2 times.
He
Yeah.
couldn't keep stop coming back.
Yeah, he go back again the third time.
Man.
Hey, they should play this. Hey, they should play one of the dumbass criminals, bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
we should do a segment on that.
Yeah, he got
Definitely do the dumbest criminals.
Yeah, sharpest knife in the drawer.
on his driver's license. Worse still, according to the Baltimore Sun, he had just found out that he was HIV positive.
Oh shit.
Struggling to pay for household bills as a single father to his daughter and requiring medication, Keith had decided that the First Union Bank on York Road in Timonium was a prime target. Its proximity to Interstate 83 allowed for a quick getaway. So, he walked into the bank wearing a ski mask and carrying a pellet gun. He jumped over the counter, emptied the drawers of cash, and exited from the back. This first robbery yielded a payout of about $15,000. 3 months later, he did it again. That time, he took home $16,000. It was 5 months later that he decided to put his plan into effect one more time. By that point, police had a description of his vehicle. After it was spotted in East Baltimore, a police chase ensued. And
I apologize, I gotta stop it again. You're still driving the same car, bruh. Come on, man.
Bruh. You might well just an Uber there, bruh. You might well Uber there. You probably had a better chance.
You feel me? Jesus
That's
Christ.
wild.
Ending in a crash and the arrest of Keith Smith. He served 6 years of a 12-year sentence in state prison. Keith told police that he had used the stolen funds to pay bills. When they searched his home, they located roughly $20,000 wrapped into bundles and hidden away in a black bag. Valeria Smith was charged as an accessory to the murder. It is unclear what case, if any, the prosecutors had developed to link her to the premeditated murder of her stepmother. It was clear that she assisted in covering up the murder after the fact. It was revealed that Valeria had been struggling. She was diagnosed as bipolar and spent some time institutionalized for treatment back in 2012. Since that time, she had also developed an addiction to heroin. It was believed that she was in many ways another victim of her father's, coerced into assisting him to cover up the murder. For this reason, Valeria was offered a plea deal.
Helped her father. She's indicated in the plea agreement that, she helped her father dispose of the knife, helped her father dispose of, the other property, things of that nature. She's taken full responsibility for that. She's still extremely upset about the entire thing. And she, certainly apologizes to the rest of the family for her role in this.
But you can't tell us whether or not she's going to testify against her own father?
Man, that is insane, bro. And if you're gonna do a crime like that, do it by yourself, bro. You gonna do
Man,
it?
but you heard what they said, bro. The girl was on heroin, bro.
She was already
Once I heard that heroin stuff, it all made sense, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then,
Yeah, me too. I was
Yeah,
like, damn.
even then, you know, you know you're gonna kill a stepmother. Like they have
Hmm.
some type of connection. You shouldn't do. You
Yeah,
should have did some shit like that by yourself.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But you know how, the family ties, they be close. You can't like, you don't want to watch your daughter go down the drain. You might even support her
No,
habit a
that
little
sound like it was
bit.
the dude's idea, bro. It sound like
Yeah,
it was
all of
Buddy's
him.
idea because the daughter couldn't get the money. Only the dude
Mm-mm.
could get the money.
Right.
Yeah,
It was just about probably bringing someone in that he was comfortable with. He probably just couldn't do it by himself. I don't know. That's crazy.
man.
Fuck.
Yeah, that is insane, man. But anyways, the last one, man, we have ESTG manager. He recently passed away. He was shot and killed, man.
Oh,
ESTG
wow.
going through it right now. Big
More
shout out to him.
gun violence. Gun
Yeah,
violence at its worst.
Man, condolences, man. Shout out to EST, man.
shout
The
out to
whole
him and his whole
EST.
team.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild though, man. What are the details? Where did it happen? How did it happen?
I heard that happened in his hometown in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, you
He
know them boys
They
get
said
down in St.
30-year-old man
Louis.
was yeah, he was shot and killed while he was sitting down in his vehicle on Sunday morning. Damn, on a Sunday morning, bruh.
But that's really Saturday night. Usually that's like, you feel me? They still
Yeah, it
call
was
Sunday morning. It's
around
like 3
one.
o'clock
Right.
Saturday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1:30.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was right around
Early
1:30.
Sunday morning.
Damn, yesterday really
Yeah, that
in the streets
sucks.
like that. Once you got people around you, start. I
Yep.
don't think that's the first guy that got shot around him or that got
Mhm.
killed. You know, you gotta be careful, man. They after the king.
Right.
Yeah, that shit wild, boy.
Yeah, it is. It
I
is.
mean, so shout out to EST, man. We ain't heard nothing from bro in a while though. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say this on this type of time, but like
Yeah, because
definitely love to hear
lately,
some new music.
he been having interviews.
Say it
What
one
you
more time. The
said?
thing had froze up on me.
Through it.
Oh, you said he's been having
Yeah.
interviews and you could tell he's been going through it?
Yes, he just walked out of them interviews.
Oh, okay. I ain't seen that one. Damn.
Yeah, it's been a few of them. Yeah, you can tell he going through some shit, but yeah, shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to the whole squad, man. RIP, man. Condolences, all that. You feel me? Like, and
Yes, sir.
looking forward. Like we said, we was looking forward no matter what. It don't have nothing to do with this, but we was looking forward to hearing some new EST. So
Facts.
now, like you said, it looked like he was starting to come back out to the scene.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's just crazy though, man. But that's why, man, your team, everybody got to be. You feel me?
on
Like.
point.
Yeah, Eric, you always got to be on point, bro. You always got to be on point.
Exactly.
And I mean, part of it is like you can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? You can only do so much. So I mean, anytime anything can go down, but I will say this, bro. One thing about like Cali
Mm-hmm.
folks, like especially like I could just really speak on LA people,
Mm-hmm.
like they're real cautious. You know what I'm saying? Just because they know anything could go down. Even like we say
Anytime, anywhere.
bro, if the DoorDash driver, you feel what I'm saying? Like in
Mm-hmm.
Florida, nigga, they open up the door. Hey, how you doing? Want to come in, smoke a blunt? Like, nah, nigga. Like LA,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, they crack that door a little bit, get just enough to get the food. Like people are just more cautious. So I'm just telling
Mm-hmm.
everybody, bro, you gotta move cautious out here, man.
Exactly.
Because he was surrounded by people that he knew. It wasn't like no random shit. And they was in his hometown, Louisville.
Yeah, it couldn't have been no. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think that shit random. That shit,
Yeah,
especially
no,
when
no,
they
it's
got
definitely
motion.
not random. It's
Yeah,
definitely
when
not.
they got motion, bro, like, yeah, you really, really, really got to be looking
You
around
really
there.
the man. Yeah, you got to
You
be
really got to be
careful.
looking around there. Like, I don't know if y'all seen it recently. I seen Lotto, like some surveillance police, whatever footage came out where she
Mm-hmm.
was running a red light on them boys because he thought they was following. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? You just got to be on your boss man D-Lo, man. We ride presidential, ain't stopping at no lights, nigga.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout the boss man D-Lo.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Boss
Nigga.
Man. Oh man, but anyways, we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna leave it right here, man. I appreciate you, Miles, Big Chicken,
Hey, big
and we
shit.
appreciate everybody that's watching right now. We're gonna be back tomorrow, 8
Tomorrow,
p.m. Man, we appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like,
like,
comment,
comment,
share,
subscribe,
subscribe.
and hit that bell.
Ding ding
Yes,
ding.
sir. Appreciate y'all.
Jody, say
Lit.